back on. So I've been having conflict with letting go people that I love, that I know it's not good for me. I know still my energy. I know, they're not for the highest good of me. I know that. And I've always prayed. That's so crazy because I've always prayed, take the people out of my life that don't need to be in my life. And like they done took that person out of my life multiple times and I'm the one that still go back. So but yeah, they've literally made me like write, because sometimes I just be like I basically feel like pushed to write something down, and so I'm making like a just like, and if it's so random, it has like random notes and like something with a star means it's important. But they made me write it down, like and they were specific about this person. They called her out in the reading. I had watched the reading and they called her out in the reading too. And it kind of hurts me because I care about that person. I love that person. That person played a big role in my life, my whole life. But they're no good for me. And the person is Auntie Cynthia. When she, okay, so the impression I got in my mind is like whenever she like, okay, so she I'm gonna just read to you what I wrote. I wrote it in my book. This is what I felt like I needed to write. It says, reason why sin is cut out of the family blessing is because she chose material things over loyalty and stabbed the chosen one in the back. She made a deal with the wrong side, never to be forgave, with all due respect. And that's DUE. Like, I'm trying to make sure I spell everything right. Like, if y'all, whoever read this book, listen. I've been trying really hard to spell the things right. And I've been using my, because I'm like, bitch, you got the whole world. And that's the thing. We have to hold everything we need to know in our fucking fingertips. So, if you fucking writing something and you have your phone right there, all you have to do is be like, I can't say it because she's gonna like stop and say it, but like, hey girl, can you spell? And she does. And then also I wrote, Chanel is dead to me forever. She'll never be in. Sorry, don't right here say, don't feel sorry. She hurt me. Remember. And then they showed me multiple videos that said no to her too. She made a deal with the, and I don't like to use and this right here, this is protection. This is protection. So if you don't have your evil eye, you don't have shit like that, you go like this. And this feels so, like when I do it, it feels so like familiar. Because we lived plenty of lives. And this is my last life. They told me this is my last life. I'm going home. But I'm living a long life. I'm living to 101. So I can continue to help our bloodline and help help who I'm supposed to help whoever I'm called to help. And I literally started write down names. Oh, this is the time where Auntie Tina came to me and was like, because I was thinking, did I record that video? I was thinking like who I'm gonna help, and it was like only person that was coming to my mind at the time was Mona. And so I was just like in my thoughts, and my Auntie Tina came through very faintly. It was like Chris, and so I put Chris. And so far it's only Auntie Mona, Chris, that's my cousin Chris, that's Auntie Tina's son. He has a star and Mona has a star. That means when they have a star, for me that means for life. And I'm gonna write an list of what the star means. It's important, and like yeah, okay. Tavares, I put him over and it says help, and he also has a star, but he has a star on the other side, and that's because he has to do the work. If he does the work, he gets abundance, period. But he gotta do the work. He gotta want to do the work. I can't want to do it for him. Robert, my baby daddy. Let me put Modesto, because it says Robert and that could be anyone. I have Uncle Robert. Modesto. And even in that situation, my intuition said it was full of shit. My intuition said he was full of shit. And he lied to me. I knew the whole time. Wow, 444. Yeah, but oh, who was the last? Modesto. And when it comes to Robert, DJ Pookie, that was the person who led me to the water that when I got granted to the first level. So, or I don't know what level that was, but whenever I went to the water and I felt so much better. Ever since that day, I felt better. Wow, that's so crazy. That's literally when I felt better. I felt wait, let's take it back, because I felt better, like, because that's the day that Melvin came. It's I have a video of it, so it's dated in my phone. Oh, I know exactly when it was. It was it was February. No, it was January. Yeah, it was January 22nd. Dang, that was a portal. It was January 22nd. That's crazy. So that was the day. So like January 24th was the 21st was the day that Melvin came. He came to my house, and that was the first time he left, and I didn't cry because I was more aware. I still wasn't sure, and I still was questioning it, but I was more so aware, and I knew in my soul it was something else. I didn't know what it was, but I knew. And so that was the first time he came to my house. His alarm went off and he left. You know, we hadn't had to, he did tell me through the phone when I put all that pressure on him. It was like, are you married? Are you like, I was like, I put a lot of pressure on his ass. I was like, tell me the truth. Tell me the truth. We sat on the phone for 1 hour and he told me, and I said, tell me. And he said, yeah, it's true that he lived with somebody. He didn't say he was married. He said he lived with somebody. So that happened on January. Dang, I'm just not realized it was January 22nd. I know I went to Old School Monday on January 22nd, and I feel like he left. It was a Sunday because it was Monday. He left, so it was like Sunday. Yeah, so that was. I don't know. It could have been around that day, but that was around the time where I didn't feel like, when Melvin left, I didn't feel sad. And I met this random dude. I got 6 minutes on the clock. I met this random dude named DJ Pookie. I was sitting in the car, and I was like, I was on a high because like I wasn't crying about Melvin. I was just like, whatever. I was listening to the song. You've lied to me all those times you said that I love you. Oh, I'm about to cry because. Oh my god, but like that was like, I'm crying. I don't even know why I'm crying because he really hurt me. And like when I think about that song, it was like I was like before okay, because I had been listening to that song. So before that song used to just like make me feel sad, and then like that particular day, it was like it had me in high spirits because I didn't know what I was feeling, but I knew that I didn't feel sad. So like he left, like every time he would leave, since I knew him, whenever he would leave, I would feel sad. Like I would literally cry every single time. He triggered me so bad. He triggered me so bad. And I just accepted it, like, because I loved him so much. It was like a fucking walking red flag. Like, he would call me when he want to call me. He would go missing. Like, he would at certain days he wouldn't answer the phone. Like, I would call him like 100 times. Like, he wouldn't answer the phone. Like, he would come when he want to come. He would, he would stand me. He'll say he come and he didn't come, and like he would just do me so wrong. And like every time I would just like, and then I swept a lot of things under the rug. Like with him, like, so say for instance, if we had an issue, like this was the dynamic of our relationship. If we had an issue, we'd let each other know that we upset. And then we'll just hang up the phone, and then like we wouldn't talk for like a week or two, and then we'll just talk like nothing happened. Like whenever he'll call me or whatever, he'll be like, what you doing? All right, whatever. And then he'll pull up, and it'll just be the same cycle. And it was so long. It was like a year and what? A year. It was over a year. And then July, August, September, October, a year and 3 months that I had been. It was just been off and on. That's 13. That's crazy. Or that's 14. Wow. Wow. Okay. So it had been like a year and a half of us just like off and on. And then it was like I got tired of that. It's like I got tired of it. Then he lost his job, and it was like, okay, now I'm giving you money. And it's like I was holding on. He was calling me and telling me things, and I was holding all it. And at that time when the phone clicked over, I was telling my sister like because he lost his job, and I was telling her the stress that it was for me, because it's like, okay, every time he talk about money, he talk about this, like, and those things that I don't talk about. I don't talk about, oh my god, I don't have money to go to the bar, or oh because that's what he would talk about. It was like always he didn't have money to go to the bar. I didn't have money for gas, or I didn't have, and it was just like so like annoying, and just like because I cared about him, and so whenever he would tell the things, like I would just try to do things to make him happy. Like, don't talk about that, don't think about that. So like I was like, And I was telling my sister this, and like, he called one time, and I see he called, I ain't answer. He called the second time, and I see he ain't called, I ain't answer. So I just I had put it right here because I was at work. I put the phone right here, and I'm just talking, and he was like, all of a sudden he was like, wow, because I was just saying like, oh my god, like I was explaining to her how I was feeling, like it was too much of me, and those were literally my words. And so now he's aware that it was too much, so he started to like not tell me things, and I feel like that was when a disconnect originally started. Is when I said to my sister that he always talking about finances, and it's stressing me out. And so he was aware that it was stressing me out, so he kind of stopped, but he was still bringing it up, and I always have to tell him like, yo, I don't like that. So I just my train of thought just went, I don't know what I was talking about. Yeah, so he, I don't know what I was talking about. I guess it wasn't important. But I think I really don't know what I was talking about. I could stop it. It is 11 minutes. I'm not. But yeah, it's just been, the journey has been crazy. Am I talking to Melvin? Was I talking to Melvin? No, I just was talking. I wasn't talking to motherfucking Melvin. Yeah, that motherfucker hurt me. Oh, being on the frequency, going through that hurt. Okay, I was talking about DJ Pookie. Okay. Oh, like I say, 11:27. Okay, so I was talking about DJ Pookie. And so this particular day, how I met DJ Pookie, this is a random, how I ascended. So the first time, so I go to the water, and I'm just really, okay, I just rambled. Okay, so I was talking about the 122 portal, and yeah, I went back and talked about Melvin. So I was talking about the 122. Well, they did say it was. I don't know if they said it was a 122, but I'm connected it to be a portal. And so so I had to pay the light bill, and I didn't have the money to pay the light bill. So I just called Robert, and I called Robert just knowing he was going to give me the money. So his cousin wound up giving me like $500. And so he gave it to me. His cousin gave it to me in cash. So I was just like, instead of like my Chase account is fucked up. So the only account I have at the time is my, Public Credit Union, and there's only one branch, and it's all the way in Pembroke Pines. So I was just like, I called my auntie. I said, Auntie Mona, can I put money in your bank and you just cash at me? She was like, yeah. She always say yeah. So I was like, all right. And I was like, but I didn't feel like doing all that, because her bank, like the Chase account that's closest to her is the one that you got to get out your car and walk across 7th Avenue. And I was like, I was just being lazy. I was like, fuck it. So I was like, I'm going to just go take it to the check casher store. That's the first and only time I've taken my light bill to the check casher store in years. So I went to the check casher store, paid the thing, and I had this bright idea, like, I'm going to get a bottle today. So I pull up to Walgreens, and when I pulled up, you know how you always park in the same parking spot? There was no parking right there, so I parked in a totally different parking spot. I had my windows down, and I'm jamming to you. Had to show you that I win. You lied to me. Return of the Mac by I don't know who sang it, but Return of the Mac. And I'm jamming to it, and I'm sitting in the car, and in my peripheral, I see two people walk by, like they had crossed 27th Avenue. Thank you, Lord. And they walked to they was walking to CVS. So I see them in my peripheral, but I'm like, whatever. I'm vibing to the song. Turn off the car, boom, get out the car, and when I look in the rear view, I see a little nigga doing 1-2. I see DJ Pookie doing the 1-2 in my rear view. So I get out the car. He's like, "What you know about that song?" And I'm just like, "Oh, I said I was talking shit about Melvin. I said, I just got trapped by this. I probably just said I just got my heart broke by a motherfucker, and so he lied to me, and so that song remind me of him. Like I probably said that shit. I'm pretty sure I did." And so I walk into the liquor store. He goes, "You walk into the same store?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And mind you, I don't ever go to this liquor store. It's liquor store, the Walgreens liquor store. I like the liquor store over here. So me being in that liquor store is something I don't even do. So as I walk in, like the bottle that I wanted, the E&J Apple, was like behind the register. And so I look, and I seen that it had it. So I could have walked out the door then, but something just pulled me to walk in. I walk in, knowing I don't want shit in there. So I walk around to like the pay, and that's where they are. And so he just talking, he a talker. He just talking to me, and he's like, what's your name? And I'm talking shit to him back. He's like, what's your name? And I'm like, Big E Dog with the bullshit. He's like, nah, what's your name? I said, Big E Dog with the bullshit. He said, well, my name DJ Pookie. And I'm like, oh, you a DJ? Because I inspired to be a DJ. Like in January or in December, I said I want to be a DJ. And so I was like, can you teach me how to DJ? And he was like, yeah, I can teach you how to DJ. And he's like, as a matter of fact, I'm going to Old School Monday. And mind you, I love Old School Monday. So he got my antennas up. And I was like, you Old School Monday? I said, he's like, you go. He's like, I'm going there today. He's like, you going? I'm like, nah, because I had turned up. I wasn't even supposed to be drinking that much. I was supposed to have like a few drinks and like just chill at the house. So I was in my mind. So, okay. He's like, well, get my number so I can teach you. So I just put his number in my phone, DJ Pookie, boom. And so I get to the register and I said, well, they get to the register before me. And I just walk out the store, jump in my car, drive off. I see, as soon as I I'm sitting in the turning lane at 27th Avenue. This motherfucker, goofy, he's so goofy. He came out the liquor store and he looking for me. He walked up to an SUV that he thought it was mine. It wasn't. So he walking across the street to catch the bus back home. And he walks right in front of my car. And I'm just sitting back. I'm like, I'm not going to say nothing. He don't say nothing. He walked all the way past my car, and right when he get to the end of it, he looked me dead in my eyes, and he goes, oh, I'm gonna get in your car. I unlocked the door, don't even know this person. Unlock the door, he jump in, he's like, I'm going to the house, I'm going back this way. His cousin jump in the car, it just felt natural. I turn around, I had a little roach, and this nigga pulled and smoked the roach. It was so funny, and it was just like, whatever. So, we go to the liquor store. Okay, that's the longest story. All right, we're just gonna get to the point. So I wind up, that don't even make sense either. I wind up taking this man to my house to wash his clothes. Random ass motherfucker I don't know. Take him to my house to wash my clothes. What? Do you hear what I'm saying? Just met this motherfucker today and I'm washing his clothes. And to me, it just feel like normal. Like, it's just like, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just doing it. So he convinces me to get in the car and drive to 62nd and go look at oh my God, 8. Wow. It's all connected. Oh my God, I have to help oh my God. Okay. 62 is 8 and 8 is completion. Okay. So it's the 8 year. Oh my God. It's just, oh God, that was a download. Okay. You just saw me get a download. You see how that goes? You see? Okay. Oh, now my ears ringing. It just feel like pressure. It's not really ringing. It just feel like pressure. Okay. So he's like, go to 62nd and make a left. So we drive. I go the other way. I go to 17 and it make a left. So I go the longer way instead of, because I'm staying on 14 and I go back to 17 and I go all the way to 79 and then 62nd and then I go down. So now from 17 I'm driving and I'm like, where the fuck is we going? And he said, it's a special place I want to take you. I want to show you where it all began for me. That's what he keeps saying. So we driving, and we driving for a long time. We get to 7th Avenue, and he's like, I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, it's all connected. That's crazy. It's faded because 7, yeah, 7 is like the 7 realms, is what I'm, right? The 7 realms, or is there 7 chakras? 7 is important. Google it. Google, say angel number 7. So we get to 7th Avenue. He's like, I said, how far are we going? He's like, Biscayne. Now Biscayne is way, okay, so that's like way over there. That's still like that's past 1 Ave. Then you going northeast 1 Ave, 2, 3, 4, and then like fucking Biscayne. Like that's still a ways away, and we way on 7th Ave. Like what the fuck? I'm like, why are we coming right there? I'm like, do you hear how that sound? He's like, I was like, you want me to take me somewhere so we could drive and look for you and see what makes you happy? Dang. And I'm like. Girl, no, but he was persistent. He's like, let's go, because I wanted to drink, because we was drinking, and so I had to put the drink down, or drink the drink and not drink to drive, because I didn't want to drink and drive because I'd be fucking up. So I put the drink down to drive, so I had no drinking. So in my mind, bitch, I want to drink. Like, you fucking up my shit. So like I kept telling him, you killing my vibe. But he was persistent. He said, man, we already halfway here, just go. So I drive. So once we get to Biscayne, I look, and I'm mad now because I see where the fuck we go at. And I'm just like, bro, why would we come way to this one when there's one closer to my fucking house? He's like, nah, this one's special. He's so goofy. So I get there, and it was like, as soon as I get there, it's like I'm drawn. Like, I'm already talking shit, but I have the video. The weather was like, I had on t-shirt and jeans. The weather was like, so it was like January, so it was like a winter day, but like a Florida winter day, a Miami winter day, where it's just like, it's like cool, and it's like, remember, it's like by the water, and so the water, like the breeze from the water, like you have to look at the video. So when I got there, I'm just drawn to the thing. So as soon as I get there, I jump out the car and I put my feet in the grass, and it was just like a whirlwind. And I was like, oh my God. I actually got a video of it. It's short. It's short. And I think I'm wearing another gray shirt. But I got a video of it. And it was like is where I was supposed to be. And the random man took me there. And it's like, just so from that day, the random man took me right there. The random man, DJ Pookie, took me right there. And yesterday I realized I have to help him. I was like, oh my God, I have to help him. But I don't know how I have to help him. He's on my list and he's pretty high on my list. So he will get the help that he needs. And I feel like he's annoying. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna deal with him. But it also came to me that my bloodline goes first. So people that's connected to me goes first. And then eventually I'll go to him because he's on my list. And he's the first person that's not my family that's on my list to help, to guide. So that part right there. But DJ Pookie too. And then after that I went to Old School Money with, dang, that's crazy, 42, that's 6. I went to Old School Monday with $42. And I had a time. I had $42 and I had weed. And I had a fucking time. I bought a girl a drink. She should have stayed connected to me because I was special and she didn't even know it. She said she wanted to be my friend, but we just stayed connected. And I blocked her because I'm like, I don't need no friends. That's just my weird personality. But because I have you guys, like, I'm saying you guys, like my spirit guides, and I had my spirit guides the whole time, and that's why I've been so in my head my whole life. I used to, like, when I was a kid, I used to just dream of like my fantasy life in my head, and if it didn't end right, I'll start it all over because I was always to myself and like not able to do shit. Wow, the trauma was real. But this is gonna be a long ass 21 minutes. All right, I'm gonna stop it here. So we stopping at DJ Pookie. DJ Pookie got me, sending me, I don't know if it was the first ascend, but he is sending me somewhere. He took me to a special place, and he's very important in my life. And like they said, like I got that day, he was a branch. He was a branch, and he's gonna be a branch in my tree. Right? Did I say that right? Did it make sense? But I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful.